guys, welcome to Books and Key. I'm Key and today's video is a wrap up of the 1000 Doors Readathon. This readathon was hosted by Emma, Meg and Tasmin, whose channels I will link below, and this was the most amazing readathon I've ever participated in. So this was a choose your adventure style readathon where you start with one prompt from any of the three hosts and then you keep going based on your experience reading a book. So for example, if you liked the book, then you get a different prompt. If you didn't like the book, you get a different prompt. If you didn't finish the book, you get a different prompt altogether. And you keep going prompt after prompt for 5 doors and 5 prompts. So I'm going to tell you the prompts that I got, what the book was, and whether I liked it or not. The prompt that I picked to begin with was Emma's prompt 5. So I read a 5-star prediction, which was Anxious People by Fredrik Backman. Beartown by Fredrik Backman is one of my favorite books of all time. So I wanted to see if Anxious People is as good. So this is the story of a robbery gone completely wrong. It's a first-time robber who tries to rob a bank, and then when that goes wrong, ends up entering an apartment full of people who have come to see that apartment and ends up in a hostage situation with all of them. So there are a bunch of people stuck in that apartment, which this lovely illustration shows, and their reactions, their interactions, their experience of being held hostage is so funny and sad and strange and unexpected and heartwarming that this book is pretty brilliant. It did not turn out as scary as I thought. It was very character driven and it was a really sweet book. However, I did not give it 5 stars. I gave it 4 stars because I did like it, but I didn't love it. It did not hold up to the Beartown standard. My next prompt was Megan's prompt, which was this really cool meme saying, "I'm back." And so for that, I went back to an unfinished book, Know My Name by Chanel Miller. Now, I remember reading about the Brock Turner rape case. And what I remember from the newspaper and news here in India is Brock Turner's face. And he's this clean-cut guy with a seemingly innocent-looking face. And the newspaper talked a lot about his swimming prowess and how he was going to have this great career in swimming. And I didn't pay that much attention to it at the time because they really didn't talk about the victim a lot. However, Chanel Miller, who was the victim in this case, made this amazing statement online and she decided to talk about the experience. She did not want to be a victim anymore. She literally wanted people to know her name. And she did all that and more. I listened to this book mostly on audio because Chanel narrates her own story and man, it is heartbreaking and it is scary. She talks about her experience of being raped, of being at the hospital not knowing exactly what happened, of the backlash from the media and other people where she was being judged, of jumping through hoop after hoop in the court system waiting to get justice. It was harrowing as fuck. This is why I had not finished the book the first time because it was so painful to read. It's scary, it's sad, it's painful, it's emotional, it makes you angry and frustrated. This book is a must read. You must pick up Know My Name because Chanel Miller deserves the right to tell her story and you must listen to it. This was a 5-star read for me. The third prompt was Tasmin's prompt and she wanted us to read a book that had something to do with Marvel or something in common with Marvel Comics. Now, I am not a comic book reader. I know nothing about the Marvel universe, so I kind of cheated a little bit and went with a graphic novel. I decided to read Seconds by Brian O'Malley. I'm going to put up a picture of the book because Smriti from Santhread has my copy. This is a really fun story, something very unique, very different and very refreshing. It's about a girl named Katie who runs and owns this restaurant named Seconds. Everything is seemingly perfect in her life until it all falls apart. And what she wants is a do-over, a second chance. And one day she finds this magic mushroom with a note. So write down what went wrong, ingest one mushroom, go to sleep sleep and wake up anew. That's what the note says. So she wants to fix her screwed up life, right? So she does exactly that. Eats the mushroom and wakes up to a very different new life. And she enjoys that experience so much that she wants to make her life perfect. She wants new chances day after day after day after day. And of course, making so many changes has a lot of unforeseen consequences, which is what the graphic novel is about. I loved it. That was a 5-star read for me. It's brilliant. Do pick it up if you can. Because I liked seconds, my fourth prompt was a meme by Meg saying, "I'm an acquired taste." So for that, I decided to pick up The Night of Broken Glass. This has reviews on Goodreads ranging from 2 stars to 5 stars. It is a book of short stories set in Kashmir. Now, I started reading this, but this was a DNF for me because the stories are good, at least the ones that I read, but they were very horrific and very sad, and I was just not in the mood for it. So this was a DNF. And that brings me to my last prompt, right? So my 5th prompt was again a meme by Meg, which had Paula Abdul crying. So a sad book. I picked up The Heart's Invisible Furies because this has been compared to A Little Life. And that's where the problem lies. Because I have read my share of sad books about young boys exploring their sexuality, of dealing with difficult family situations, of living troubled lives. I've read A Little Life, I've read Shuggy Bane, Tin Man is slightly similar, Call Me By Your Name is slightly similar, and so I did not finish this book, guys, because I was just not getting into it. I didn't care about the characters, I didn't care about the plot. It was a slog, and I don't want to slog through a book. I am going to pick this up at some point in the future when my mind is in a better space and more prepared to read this. But this was my second DNF of this readathon. So I have 1 4-star book, Anxious People. I have 2 5-star books, which is Know My Name and Seconds by Brian O'Malley. And then I have 2 DNFs. So this was a roller coaster of a readathon. It was so exciting opening those doors and revealing those prompts and picking books randomly, because of course you don't know the prompts beforehand, so you cannot have a stack of books ready. So yeah, that is my entire wrap up of the 1000 Doors readathon. I enjoyed it very, very much, and there's still time, guys. If you want to do the readathon, you just have to start with the video on any of the host channels and then just keep going. I don't think this should be restricted to November only, and I'm very tempted myself to do it again. Choose a different host's first prompt and just go through the entire thing again, because this really helps clear out your TBR. You have to pick unexpected books and it's pretty fab. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, do not forget to like and comment below telling me what you think of these books, this readathon and this video. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.